Hi, everybody. We're live on Periscope and we're live actually on Facebook. I'm just checking my sound here to make sure my sound is on point. All right. While you coming in, let me know where you from. Let me put my little readers on so I can kind of see what's really going on. Okay. And then I'm going to get on my phone so I won't miss any comments or questions. So, hi Yolanda, welcome. Hi Michael, hey Joan, forgive me. And then Mark, you guys, we're gonna have a conversation, and beneath the grief over on Periscope, Instagram will be over there in a minute. They get you set up there. Anyway, hey baby, but we're gonna have a conversation. I know you've been real busy all week, you've been busy all weekend, but we want to have a conversation about, I see so many people, and like myself, I'm known, I guess, as the serial entrepreneur. Everyone has an idea. Everyone wants financial freedom. Everyone wants to get their idea out, and they want to have visibility. But it's actually a strategy, and it's actually a way of actually obtaining that visibility and maintaining it. And actually, you want to make sure that you're actually getting paid for it as well. So we're going to have that conversation, and I'm going to give you some tips and strategies. So grab your pen, grab your paper, as my coach says, and like, share, and comment. And I love hearts, okay, over there on Periscope and also on Facebook. So we're going to talk about that, because you may have heard the quote that people say all the time: when you create it, people will come. Well, we found out, right, that is not necessarily all the way true. You know, I tell people all the time, the easiest thing is actually to write a book. The real, and I'm saying the real thing comes in is in regards of marketing and promoting your book and services. Hey Sheila, how you doing? Hey Angela, welcome. So that's what we're going to talk about briefly. And if you look up top, I actually have compiled what I've used in my own businesses as actually a complimentary guide that you actually can apply in your business and services, your ministry, and your brick and mortar, your drop shipping company. And you can get that at reneesunday.com. Of course, that is www. Welcome. Hey Tasha, how you doing? So we're going to talk about that. Let's get on into this. Like I said, the important thing to do is always start everything, guess what, the right way. I know you're familiar with Les Brown, and also trying to see I think Lisa Nichols and Oprah and Tony Robbins, all of them make a reference to this in regards of the most concentrated place of people, talents, and the gifts is, guess what, unfortunately, in the cemetery. So we don't want that to happen to you. We want you to actually be able to, the gift that you have gotten, and I believe in God, the things that God has actually given you, downloaded to you, that you actually get it out to the marketplace to be seen, be heard, and guess what, get paid. It's honorable to monetize your business and your services, that you can actually help somebody else go further in life, help somebody else obtain their dreams and their goals and their purpose in life. So that's what we're going to actually do. Let me check my volume here. Make sure you guys let me know. Can you hear me? Yes, Reginald. Hey, what's going on? Let me make sure my volume is good, because I want you to hear this information. A lot of people don't want to tell you these important information, but it hurts my heart when I see people have a vision. It hurts my heart when I see someone that actually is on a stage and they actually don't get set. It hurts my heart when you actually don't get what you had planned out to get. And so that's what we're going to talk about just briefly. And I'm going to actually show you how you can actually turn that around. And somebody type in, turn it around. And let me see. See, is my volume good? Yolanda, let me know if you still on here, sweetie. Is my volume good? I think everybody can hear me. Okay, let me see. Okay, look like I'm good. Okay, look like we got no delay. Isn't that wonderful? Because a lot of times if you broadcasters on here, a lot of times Facebook is a delay. And actually, we're so excited that it's not a delay today. And that's for you. That's a word for somebody that today, okay? That is not a delay. It's time to actually get it done. And you know, I always say, don't stop, get it. It is time for you to actually do that. So that worked out perfectly for that to be there. Hey, Sherry, welcome, and welcome, Sheila. Okay, my Alexa actually talking to me. Did y'all hear Alexa saying, get it? That's funny. But let's get down to this. Okay, the first thing I really encourage people to do is, you know, I'm in the hot ATL. But you have to have the right foundation when you actually set up your business, your even if you're doing a brick and mortar, meaning taking care of people's hair, if you actually doing yard work, if you actually have a ministry, meaning, you know, all us doing a ministry, but if you actually establishing a church, those type of things, you need to make sure that you have the right foundation in regards of how are you LLC, are you S Corp, are you a C Corp, are you doing business as, all those things you need to, you know, get with someone that actually, I know several people that I can refer you to get that set up the right way, because you don't want Uncle Sam to come and say that you can't actually have profit. And a lot of times people, unfortunate, put all the money together with their personal, and you can't do that, okay? That's a boo-boo. We're gonna say it like that, okay? And Nana, welcome, Chandra. Hey man, you guys so funny. But that's what I wanted to, that's the first thing that I wanted to talk to you about, is make sure you establish what type of entity that you are, because you actually want to be able to take advantage, and that's it. The key here is take advantage of the tax breaks, take advantage of the things that you can write off, take advantage if you're a nonprofit, the non-taxing, take advantage of having sponsorships from different companies, take advantage of actually having grants. But they want to know what type of paperwork, because let me tell you, they are not going to write a check in your name. They're not gonna write a check and Dr. Renee Sunday thing. Now I actually have had sponsors do that, but I told them quickly, can we rewrite this in my business name? And some people may not know my big umbrella business is DRS Global. That's my main umbrella. And up under that, we have Renee Sunday Enterprise, which is more of my outreach that I do with ministry, that I do with other things. And then up under there, you know, we have the Good Deeds Radio, TV, and magazine. And then we also have, actually, Sam the Shark gonna make his own brand. That's the Purple Shark, the children book line that we have. But we gonna have to, we actually have made him his own brand. So he's Sam the Shark, okay? And then he's trademark and patent and all that nice stuff. You got to make sure you got your ducks in a row, ain't that right? Hey Gladys, welcome, and welcome. Hey, welcome John Schamberger, bless your heart. But you know, so make sure you have the right entity. Like I said, I know several people that can help you in that area. Hey, Carla over on Periscope. But you have to separate that money, because Uncle Sam has a lot of tax breaks, okay, for in regards of how you can write things off and how you can actually get money. And y'all, can I say free money? You can get free money if you actually have written up your mission. And you know what I'm going to? Your business plan. We can't do anything in life if we don't have a business plan. We need to have a business plan for our business. We have the business plan for setting up our churches. We need to have a business plan when it goes to our nonprofit. We actually, let me break it on down a little bit further. We actually need to have a plan when we're writing a book. I tell people again, the easy part is writing the book. So what we going to do after that? We got to have a marketing plan. We have to have a social media plan. We have to have a networking plan. We have to have a speaking opportunity plan. Yes, and we, I have all those, because can I keep it 100? I had to learn that. I had to learn that through the people that was in my circle, the people that I mastermind with, the people that actually saw something bigger than me. Then guess what? Then I saw in myself. You see what I'm saying? Okay, Nana. Okay, she said, "What's the?" Oh, wait a minute. Nana asked a question. What's your umbrella? Oh, what's my umbrella? Let me say it again. Maybe well, my top umbrella is DRS Global, and actually that is actually my top umbrella. And then up under again is Renee Sunday Enterprise, which I do my outreach, that I mean in ministry. If you see sometimes and that we're doing drives, giving clothes, giving shelter, a lot of it we don't put on social media because it don't need to be. Okay, amen. When you helping my brothers and sisters. And then also we have the nonprofit, which actually we do scholarships, we do the basic necessities in life. We actually scaling that to another level by the end of the year, because I want to actually do seminars. I actually want to partner with other nonprofits to make things happen for people. Okay, because guys, y'all know my story. I grew up in poverty. I grew up. I was fortunate that I did and blessed to have my dad in the home. But you know what? That bullying came on me, and I thought, and I was known as this. I was this skinny, and I was known as olive oil. But my self-esteem went way down. Can we say way down? My self-esteem went way down. That I thought I couldn't do anything. And guess what? That wasn't resolved. The bullying still was there when I actually became not even an anesthesiologist. Y'all know I'm an award-winning anesthesiologist. I've been awarded not once but twice as a top anesthesiologist in the United States. But when I reached out and stretched out, you see what I'm getting at? When I became with entrepreneurship, oh, glory, that's when all that stuff started to show up. And I had to get around like-minded people that I actually, to make sure y'all people be saying, don't stop, get it. Think I'm just saying that. I had to apply that to my life, that I had to believe, that I had to trust, and I had to walk it out. And I had to don't stop. What? We had to get it, right? I had to do that in my own life. So I'm not just saying something as a fad. That's what I had to do. And then also I had to, guess what? I had to invest in myself. I had to, YouTube is actually, and Google is part of my family. It's like a joke. They part of my family. But I had to also get around people that was a step ahead of me, at least a step ahead of me, that they could actually show me how to get to where I need to be. And that's what I did. That's what I did. And that's what I share with other people. I am known as the platform builder, as you know. And so what I do is I help solve that problem of lack of visibility. And I do that through radio, TV, and encouraging everyone to write a market-winning book. Not just any kind of book, but a book that actually going to open doors for you in regards of speaking, in regards of having you actually collaboration with big brands, having the opportunity that you can just make sure that you're being seen, you're being heard, and also getting paid. A lot of people miss that paid part, okay? Hey, One Diva DM, welcome. A lot of us do that. Let me see what Robert says. Great feed. Oh, bless you. God bless you. And Yolanda, she's on in here. Angela said, praise God. Amen. And then Angela says, yes, you do what was needed to. Yes, ma'am. And let me see, Reginald says, I got 9 full-time employees and 816. My question is how I can stay out of, that overtime bracket. Now, that's a deep question. Now, let me tell you, let me go there for a minute. Let's flow if you guys got time. I'm going to go back to how to promote. That first thing is make sure you set up right, because when people want to scale you, when you get on, when we was on Oprah Winfrey platform, Bishop Jake's platform, the NFL, they wanted to know what corporation, because they won't align with me if my brand is not on point. Can I just say it like that? Y'all, you know what I was going to say if I'm janked. But anyway, I'm going to behave. But if my corporation wasn't set up correctly. So what I do mostly in my business, and Reginald, this is a great question because nobody has really asked me this openly. In my sessions and then my clients, I tell them how I'm set up. I do have assistants that's on salary. And also we do give them commission, because sometimes y'all, like when I do major projects, when I do my events, a lot of events that's coming up, even my city to city venture is coming up, I give them commission, because when I make money, they make money. So that's my structure that I do of my team. I do a lot of outsourcing, and what that is, I actually get someone for a particular project or a particular task. I do that. So a lot of times, the structure that I have, Reginald, is actually all of my employees except 2 is 1099, and I give them the option of being. I kind of lay it out, because I've been fortunate enough. I've been a 1099 all my career, because I'm an anesthesiologist, right? So the health field is a little different, but you have to sit down and do this. You have to sit down and see what the advantage of you as the owner of the company, and also as the employee of actually having, having W-2. I have found in my life the different things that I do is better for me to be a 1099, because I do so many things. You guys, like I said, and I forgot to tell you about my drop shipping company called Sunday Treasure. And then we have a whole subscription box called Sweet Sunday Sweet Dreams that's about to be launched. I'll tell you about it. I'm so excited. But it has been better in my company, because I do so many things to do more of a 1099, or of course, let me throw a pin in there, a contract, major contract. My lawyers write up stuff, and they change it all the time to benefit both parties, number one. So Reginald, what you have to go through and see what's best, because I know having W-2s, guess what? You have to, you got to make sure you have their benefits. So a lot of time, depending on what type of business you're in, it's kind of, in my case, I'm gonna say me personally, and me being an independent writer, and getting paid for my writing of art, when I put it in different articles, it's best for me to be a 1099, because I can write off certain percentage of my utilities. I can write off certain percentage of me when I'm traveling. A lot of times when I travel, I'm maximizing it. I'm doing 2 or 3 things in one place, okay? So the great thing is you got to be fair to your employees, because employees that feel like they're part of the decision, guess what? They will stay. They would not leave. So maybe, Reginald, we can talk offline a little bit, so we can examine how you can actually help with the overtime, because look at this, Reginald. The overtime is saying that you have a demand, you have production, you have things you actually have to take care of. So that's actually a true blessing, actually, if you look at it. But you have to sit down and see how you can maximize things that's going to be both advantage for you and also for the people as well, because you want to keep clients. You don't want, you want to keep employees. You don't want people to go yeah, that's a whole nother story, right? You don't want people to come, and even with your clients, if you're coaching authors and speakers, you want to actually be invited back to that platform. And you probably noticed that a lot of times I'm on Glambitious, and look that up, Glambitious platform a lot. And the reason, because I do what I say I'm gonna do. When she tell me I have 12 minutes, I stay to the 12 minutes. When she tells me, because I'm part of the Essence Festival. I'm so excited to speak at the Essence Festival. But the thing about it, and then I promote. I don't just let them promote because they are the host of the event. A lot of people get that confused. Now I have a whole strategy when I'm actually on somebody else's platform, because I want them to look good, right? And I want them to actually be profitable. I want them to be successful so they can have another event coming up, or another, even if it's virtual. It doesn't. We have to promote, and I do it. I'll be transparent. I do organic, meaning I share in different groups and different people that trust me and my judgment. I tag them. But also I do Facebook ads and Instagram ads and YouTube ads. I do a lot of different things to actually maximize my exposure, but of course the exposure of the people that I'm actually, what I call is partner with, because I want their brand to stand out as well as mine. Let me see, you guys, let me see, somebody else said, question, Jackie, hey Jackie says it's been very rewarding struggling Sleepless Entrepreneur. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's worth it if you look at it. But you got to make sure you have. Here we go. Systems. That's what allowed me to do so many business, from the children book, my own books that I write, the faith-based stuff that I do, which all is faith-based, but you know what I mean in regards of when I minister, when I do weddings, I'm a wedding officiant, right? So the same system, and then with anesthesiology, the same system that I use for anesthesiologists on the business side is the same that I use throughout my business, right? I have a contract for everything, which you have to do. Okay, let me see what else you said. Do you have a assistant? Yeah. I can. Let's talk, Nana. What type of assistant? Let me. I know I'm going off schedule, but you always, if anyone is on here is a broadcaster, if people are asking questions, it's okay to go off strip. I know you've been taught to go by the strip, right? But actually, let me tell you, if people are asking questions, go with the question, because you want to be able to be of service and give value. So, Nana, yes, do this, because let me tell you, when I first got an assistant and a virtual assistant, if it's virtual in person, I had to write down, this is a gem. Please write this down. Write down all the things that you think, and I'm going to say think in quotation, you want them to do. Because anything that's giving you money, like phone calls, I make all the phone calls when it's a transaction related for my companies. I do that. I am the CEO. Okay. Now, when someone is pitching me to speak, of course, my assistant and my booking agent actually take care of that. But if it's something about major negotiation, guess who's coming to the table? Dr. Renee Sunday. So I have actually a stepwise what I do. If you want someone to do graphics, if you want someone to do your online program, if you want someone to do your email marketing, it kind of depends on because you want to get the person with the best, guess what I said, best expertise. So Nana, let's talk about that, depending on what type of assistance you need. But always remember, you as the CFO and the CEO, you need to actually have those money conversations. Okay, I delegate. Let me just tell you what I delegate. If you notice, we've changed our model of our radio and podcast to that it used to be twice a week. It's still pretty much twice a week. But actually what I do is I don't do the editing anymore. We stopped that for a long time. In regards of answering questions of people to be on the radio and podcast, actually my assistant does that. Pitching me to go to different speaking engagements and be collaboration. The initial conversation is through my assistant and my booking agent. You see what I'm saying? Let me see what else I did. Of course, my website I delegate. That's not my lane. Of course, my graphics I delegate, because that's not my lane. Let me see what else I delegate. Now this is a side thing. I have to get a housekeeper. I know that sounds like, okay, Dr. Sun, you're not, yeah, I had to get a housekeeper. Okay. Because I know I like my house a certain way. And then with all the things that I do, I want to make sure it's in a conducive environment so my creativity can flow. Okay, let me see. So yeah, Nate, let's talk a little bit more about that. Let me see. Reginald said I have my own personal bodyguard. Actually, I got someone you need to really talk to with that, Reginald, because yeah. I know somebody in Florida that does that as well. Hey, Jamila, welcome. Hey, Dolores, my cousin in the house. Gino. Okay, Jackie also said, yes, I lack the right system for my business. Yes, let's talk offline. We actually go to that same website, Jackie, reneesunday.com, and we can set up a strategy session so I can help you with that. I do that stuff. Okay, Nana. Okay, outsource. Okay, well, yeah, I have several people kind of laugh at me. My virtual assistants is a whole team. As I said, and you know, I also do anesthesia. So I actually have them find jobs for me that I may want to do. Speaking engagements. I'm trying to think something else. Just people I want to collaborate with. Let me see. Something else I'm missing that. Places that I actually want to do events in different states and different cities and stuff like that. So they do a lot. I know I'm missing something big. Okay, in regards to my publishing company, that's what I missed. I talk to everyone that comes in and do the initial contract. And of course, you don't want me to edit your book, okay? Because that's not my lane. And then formatting, I have a whole team for that. And we also have a graphic designer for that. But I make sure I'm in the loop and I approve everything. Can I get an amen on that? Okay, and then we have Renetta coming on in, Joseph, hey. And she said, what about cooking? Now, okay, I do still love to cook because I'm a Southern belle, but can I be real? And I can give you, if you're local here in Atlanta, my makeup artist is Melinda Cohen's is Conan's Jones on says A at Cannon Jones. She actually does an amazing job at preparing lunches. So I actually make sure I eat very healthy during lunch because you know you're in busy. And so she actually prepared my meals and I pay her for it. I mean, I love couponing, but I don't have time to do it. So what I do is I buy the newspapers and I actually send her what I need. And actually we meet and she actually does my grocery shopping. Can I get an amen on that? Okay. So I had to delegate because I'm not boasting what I'm saying, but I know God has put me in a visionary mode. And the thing that most people, and forgive me if anyone's in here is an event planner or does events or hosts events, because I ran down that rabbit trail. You have to make sure when people are motivated and inspired that they know how to implement. Can somebody say implement? We need to implement what you motivated us to. And so I have to make sure I do that for everyone that come in my circle. And if for anyone that's just coming in, I am Dr. Renee Sunday. I'm the platform builder. We actually are talking about how to promote and market your business, but a lot of questions have been coming in regards of how individual questions about business. And I love to share that information. We did supply you with a complimentary guide to help you promote and market your products and services in your business, your ministry, your book. You can pick that up at reneesunday.com. And we're going to continue. Okay, she said, Yolanda, amen. And yeah, you got to implement it. Who's that just came in? Curtis, welcome to bringing into Florida into the house. Okay, so let's continue. Make sure you have everything set up. Then the next thing you should know, if you know me by now, what the next thing I'm going to say. The next thing I'm going to say is we need to be seen. We need to be heard. So let's examine that. How are you going to be seen and be heard? Facebook Live, be seen, be heard. Podcasts, radio shows, being in magazine, being blogs. Write your blogs for your blog and for other blogs. How do I get seen in a lot? I'm in other magazines besides my magazine. See what I'm saying? I'm on other people's podcasts. And also, of course, I have my own podcast. So the main way to really get your business out and your message is actually involve media. Yes, and newspapers. Some cities still have newspaper. A lot of the magazines are digital. I mean, Good Deeds, we actually have, we have both. So you actually, how do you do that, Dr. Sunday? Well, I'm glad you asked. Actually, that's what my expertise is, actually helping people identify what they need to share in those arenas. So if you don't have an idea at all, we actually go from idea and we actually build that platform, and then we help you to be seen, be heard, and got to get that monetization. So I actually use the same 3 lines that I used actually for Oprah Winfrey, the same 3 lines I used to be on Bishop J, the same 3 lines that we actually interviewed Susie Orman. The same 3 lines. People do not want you to do any attachments because that actually is actually spamming if they haven't asked for an attachment. It's actually against the law, to be honest, but you know, they really don't crack down on it. So it's an easy way, and I actually teach people how to get on podcasts. Of course, you can always use Google, but it's always good if you know somebody that knows somebody in that radio show, TV show, that magazine. What I like to do is I always try to help people to start on my platform because everybody wants to be on Steve Harvey. Everyone wants to be on Good Morning America. Let me tell you, when I was on NBC, The interview was only 4 minutes. So I had to know what to say and know what not to say. You see what I'm saying? So I always encourage people, especially my clients, and actually it's free to be on the radio show, to get on there so I can actually critique you, and not saying critique, bad, but actually give you suggestions and wisdom of how you can make sure you tighten up your story, that you actually promote your products and services in the right way, that when you do get on Steve Harvey, when you do get on Good Morning America, when you write for Forbes magazine, guess what? And I actually have a contact list for that, that actually we're going to be launching that out because I wanted to update it before I send it out. Let me see. Okay, Reginald also said, okay, body, trying to balance me new contractors and traveling for business. Now, let me address Reginald for a minute. I was going through the same thing in regards of how I was traveling. Sometimes I put it on social media when I'm traveling, sometimes I don't. Amen. But that's why I have a booking agent. I had to delegate, and my booking agent knows my heart. And when I say knows my heart, he knows what I want and what I don't want. And I'm speaking again. He knows what I want and don't want in regards of clients. You see what I'm saying? So that is an advantage that you do when you outsource, when you hire somebody to actually make that happen. Of course, can I be transparent? Most of the PR that you've seen me on these major platforms, I've done myself. But I had to realize that I actually need to allow people that if that's their gift, that I need to get out the way. Okay, that's an amen on that. Hey, Pam, welcome in. I've been having the awesome opportunity. You guys are being on Pamela's platform. I really had an awesome time. And then Nana said, I need a sample of your, okay. And we'll talk about, she would inbox me for the magazine. Yes. We actually just launched one. Actually, it was so successful that actually we're going to launch another one in September. So if you actually want to market your products and services in there, the prices are very reasonable. You can actually be a part of that. If you want to be a contributor, a writer, you can actually do that. What that is pretty much you'll be writing a blog or article. We actually have certain topics, and we actually can refer and let you know about that. Miranda, hey, baby. Let me see what she said. Filters, and vetting. Yeah. That's very important. You got to know. You have to know what to do and what. So anyway, number one is set up the right foundation. Number two was the podcast. Leverage. I can say it 100 times in regards to leveraging your message through media, all kinds of media. Actually, direct mail with your postcards is actually booming right now because people have gotten so in tune with online that they have forgot that people love to receive mail. All right, but you guys give me some hearts, and if you're coming in, please share and like. Now, the next thing is, the next thing we want to talk about is publishing. Yeah, everybody want to write a book. Yes, everybody want to write a book. And as I said earlier, the easy part is writing a book. That's the easy part of writing a book. The thing is what you do when you get the book. And that's where it becomes a strategy of what to do. So with my publishing company, we don't just publish the book. If you want, now I can't, of course we can't force anything on you. We give you a strategy, we give you a marketing in regards of how to make that book make a major return. And that's through media, through speaking, and also just really getting out there so people can hear your message. You see what I'm saying? So it's a way of doing that. And that one book, what other streams of income can we do from that? See, people write a book and they don't do anything about it. Prime example, my children's book line. It started off in one book, went to another book. The first book is about the value of kids brushing their teeth. The second book is about the value of eating vegetables. The next book is the value of cleaning your room. The things kids, really, the parents have challenges of getting them to do, right? And then the last thing is okay to be different. So the shark actually had lost his fin, but he ended up becoming the champion in regards of soccer. So what did you do with that, Dr. Sunday? We have a curriculum that's going to be in different charter schools. We actually have, of course, physical products, but also Sam the Shark is actually being launched and going to be doing going to be doing birthday parties. So one idea has gone into be a major brand. We have people all the way in California, and so we may end up that brand will end up being a franchise. One idea, but you got to think outside the box. Hey, Fernandez 75, welcome. Oh, hey, Anika. Oh yeah, so okay, so Reginald, we're gonna talk. Okay, yes. So those are three major things. Actually, if you download and go opt in and get your free guide, we talk about many more. But the major thing, you got to be set up right. Because when the big wigs, when Oprah and Bishop Jakes came to see what, they checked my social media, they checked to make sure you're going to represent their brand. And that's what you have to do when you on different brands, when you actually speaking, when you want to collaborate with somebody else, they want to make sure you're going to protect their brand as well. Now, the next thing is get out to any media that's comparable. Let me put a pin there. And actually, we have a webinar that's coming up in July that actually show you how to get on podcasts. And also, we do put I have a couple of items in there that you can actually, if you want to start your own podcast. We have a broadcast. I have a program that actually show you if you want to launch your own podcast. Okay, and then, but we're going to show you how a checklist of what you're supposed to do in regards of being a guest, a checklist if you want to, what you need to do, what equipment you need to, if you want to be a broadcaster. Okay, so we're going to be doing that. So look out. If you're not on our email list, get this complimentary guide and you'll get the information before we release it to the masses. And that's again, reneesunday.com. www.reneesunday.com. Now, I actually, it's time for Q&A again. If you have any questions about business, about ministry, the things you see that I'm doing, you can ask a question. So we'll take a little bit of time here. And don't forget to like, share, and comment. Don't forget to do that, because I like it when Facebook kind of give you a little bit of favor there in regards of it's a whole conversation. I will talk one day about that. It changes, the algorithm changes so often, but they like it when you like, share, and comment. So you have to encourage people to share. And let me see. Okay, somebody's writing something on on Periscope. Okay, they want to know. Oh, that's a great question. Dr. Sunday, how do you get your ideas and stuff? Hey, Chandra, when you do things. I'm a woman of faith, so I meditate and I pray, and God usually, he downloads it. I don't take credit for anything because I'm filthy rags. I mean, usually the things that you see me do is all about God. I give him all the honor and the glory of the things that I do. But what I do from that, see, that's what people mess up when they get the idea of what you do next. I contact my mentor and my coach, and we sit down and do a strategy. But what I do is, let me step back. I actually sit down myself and get a strategy before I actually, idea brainstorming, brain dumping as they call it, before I actually contact my mentor and coach. You know what? Because I want to come to the table with something. Not just saying, oh, I want you to help me with this, but they want me to actually be able to think myself. But it does take the village. You cannot do this entrepreneurship journey by yourself. Hey, Dara, what's going on? So you guys, just to review, get the little the complimentary guide up top, and then put in your calendar, probably the second week in July, I'll be doing a webinar to teach you how to be a guest on podcast radio shows, and how you can actually get your articles and in the different magazines. But also we're going to take it further if you actually want to launch your own podcast and radio show. It's nice to do Facebook Lives, but it's amazing to do podcasts and radio shows. And guess what? Monetize them. You hear what I'm getting at? Okay. So Reginald, I will reach out to you, and let me go back up and make sure that I answered all the questions. Nana had a question. Okay. Let me make sure I didn't miss. But yeah, Angela said earlier about implement. Yeah, that's the key. I actually have several events that's coming up latter part of this year, and also next year, and that's the whole focus is implement. Also, if you're a lady, well, I keep contemplating. I need to just open it up. We will be starting a membership group called Be Seen, Be Heard, Get Paid, and then we'll have a private Facebook group because it's time. Some people have been sitting on the idea for 10 years. Somebody been sitting on the idea for 5 years. And then we get upset and frustrated when you see somebody else doing something similar to you. You see what I'm saying? So I have been created to help you build that platform and for you to be seen, be heard, and get paid. That's what it's all about. Okay? So go to the website. Actually, also on the website, you can book an appointment. But at the top, when you going into the website, below the Be Seen, Be Heard, and Get Paid, it's actually the secrets of media of how to promote and market your products and services. And as I close out, I just want to let you know, let me see who came in. Brianna, hey baby, how you doing? The key is to make sure you set your business up right. The second thing is get out there in the media and make sure you actually write a market winning book. Now that's different from a regular book. There's a market winning book, and there's a whole strategy behind that. Chandra said, hey Renee, I am a new business owner interested in sharpening my network and still in the tip. Okay, now I'm gonna use Atlanta as an example. Atlanta have they have a networking event every day. I mean, literally every day. I had to, because I stay out from the city. I stay, good 45 minutes from the city of Atlanta proper. And so what I have to do when I leave home, my whole office go with me, right? Pretty much, meaning when I say that, my laptop, my iPad, of course, my cell, and all the how to keep that charged up, right? And my hot spots and all that. So I have to be very strategic when I go to networking events. Number one, I make sure I go, let me put it in 3 categories. I go to one that's my target market. So my main target market is women, pretty much. I do have clients that's male, but I usually, women entrepreneurs is kind of my niche. Then the second thing is I'm faith-based. So a lot of things I go to are faith-based as well. Then the last thing, I always try to go to a group that's new to me, so I can expand my horizon, that I can expand what I'm actually doing. The thing now, people, how could I say it nicely? People don't really like the business card thing. Of course, have your business card, but the key is what you do is you make sure when you actually go to a networking event that you find out what the other person is doing. And they actually 9 times out of 10 is going to ask you what you're doing. I mean, and don't try to sell a person on the first time you meet them. I think that's what a lot of people make a mistake. You see the free offer I gave you up at top at reneesunday.com. If they need your products and services, if they need marketing and promoting, in my case, if they need media exposure, the best thing for me to do is actually give them something for free. A free offer. They call it a lead generation, a lead magnet, some other people call it. A free offer. Actually, I know how to do those if you guys need help with that. The key is it has to be pretty. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be long. It can be 2 pages, 3 pages. People now want a lot of information in a short period of time. It can be an audio, it can be a video, it can be a webinar. but you need to get the person to like and trust you before they actually buy. So if someone's at the event, Chandra, and they want to, even if someone doing essential oils, for example, and the CBD, you know, that type of thing, really you need to give them a free offer, something for free that you have created that's a PDF and with your nice branding on there. And then if they you can even say, do you want to have a call? Don't say strategy session. Just say, do you want to jump on the telephone and have a conversation? Start with that. And then throughout the conversation, throughout sending them emails, and don't spam them, don't email them every hour. Then you can develop a relationship, and then you can actually see what products and services that they need. And then also another thing that I do at networking events, with the CRM that I have, and that's the, when you communicate via email marketing, I actually on my phone have an app that actually, if you take a picture of the business card, it actually goes to make an appointment right then. You see what I'm saying? Oh, okay, y'all see them. So you got to use technology as your advantage. Now, even with my drop shipping company, we have an email list because I send out coupon discount code. Especially, I'm just so excited about this coming up Christmas. We really gearing it up to have an amazing. People make 6 figures on Black Friday. Did y'all know that? People make 6 figures on the Christmas season, and I ain't decreed that and declared that in my drop shipping company and also in my dream box. My sleep, it's called Sunday Sleep Dream Box. So if you know anybody, I'm gonna put a plug out that having trouble sleeping and they wake up so tired, they overwhelmed, they speed down the street, they frustrated, I got something for you. It's called it's called the Sunday. The Sunday with Sunday bring joy to you, just the name, Sleep Dream Kit. So you're going to dream every night because you're going to fall asleep. Okay, I'm sorry. I usually don't do plugs like that. So Chandra, see if how's that for you? Is that some good information for you? And then also Nana want to say, I want a free offer. Let me see. She want a free offer. Let's talk about that, Nana. I'm not understanding when you say I want a free offer. Are you talking about the offer up top? You can just go to reneesunday.com to learn how to promote and market your products. If you're talking about the magazine, like writing for the magazine, go through the same website and just send us an email saying you want to write for the newspaper. Okay, I see some people signing up now. Nana, she said you tried, what she said? You tried CBD. Now, CBD, I've actually have several people that I've been around in my circle that it has done miracles. I mean, I have some physicians that they patients now can actually function in life. I say to people, research what you're doing. I'm a big herbal person, so I like the essential oils. I like the lavender, the frankincense and myrrh, and the peppermint. Now, herbal wise, I do what that herb I do. I can't even think of the name, but I'm big on vitamins. I do my multivitamins. I do my biotin. That's supposed to be for your nails and hair. Cause let me tell you, my hair grew 5 inches last year. Did y'all recognize how long people think this a wig? This is my hair. Okay, y'all got me on here so long. I ain't mean to bother y'all this long, but God bless y'all. Okay, Chandra, so that was good value information, but we can have a conversation, Chandra, so we can dive in deeper, if you will, for what your products and services, because it makes a difference. Okay, Nana says she want to make 6 figures, so we're going to decree and declare that as well. You know my story. Y'all know my story. I went from 6 figures to 0 in one day, and really, God's grace I have reinvented myself over and over. All of my business are successful. Can we get an amen? Okay. And you have to determine what success means to you. Okay. My success, that I can actually have money. Guess what? That I can actually take the need away of other people. That's what success for me. For other people may mean that they have financial freedom only. and for their family, not really giving to others. That's, whatever people, it may mean that you don't do a 9 to 5. It may mean that you actually become a best-selling author. It may mean that you actually sell out all your products in your drop shipping company. You see what I'm saying? So it kind of depends on what. I always ask my clients, what does success mean to you? Because it means different for everybody. Okay. And let me see. I thank everybody. If anybody have any other questions, I don't mind sharing. Amen. If it's about ministry, if it's about business, writing a book. If anyone is still interested, we still have slots available for our upcoming anthology. It's a faith-based, and it's based on can any good thing come from Nazareth? So it's based on that in the Bible where it says when Jesus, can any good thing come from Nazareth? So what we saying, can any good thing come from where the city you are? From Nashville, from Atlanta, from Philadelphia, from Chicago. And you actually get major discount if you actually bring in 9 other people from your city, and you'll have your own book cover. Isn't that wonderful? And then I don't leave you at that. I actually give you strategies of how to make your money back quickly. Okay, that's the whole point of making the money back, right? Hey, Queen Pursuit over on Periscope. All right, you guys, I've kept you a long time. Let me see. I'm going to make sure I get the question. Okay, Changer said, thank you, baby. Jackie said, I touch and agree. Yeah, with Nana. Yeah, I have been in business for 1 year and haven't made much. Okay, I'm serious. Need of your service. Okay, baby, let's have a talk. Because I've been you do amazing things on your Facebook. I've been watching you. And she said, how do you invest when funds is not available? Okay, I'm gonna be a good girl and a bad girl to answer this question. Do y'all know when and I love Apple. All my products now is Apple. And when Michael Jordan back in the day, I don't know what the famous shoe is now. But ladies with lashes, ladies with our hair, people make money for what they really need. They do. Even with, for example, the anthology book that we're doing, it is an investment for that because I have to pay my team. They love me, but they want to pay their bills, right? But if people really want to be in the anthology, they can contact us and we actually work out a payment plan. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of coaches, I'm not going to say most, but a lot of coaches will work with you in regards of having payment plans. If you even look at what was that the other day, they had a payment plan. I forgot who it was, but even the big brands are doing payment plans. And then people forget this. I just thought about this. People forget that PayPal actually has a credit option. That they'll give you $2,000, they'll give you $5,000, and you have 6 months to pay it back. Now, be careful with that. Make sure you have wise, be wise in doing that. Now, also don't forget, Jackie, about this is every city has what's called a score, SCORE, which are free through the government to help business owners. It's called SCORE. They have counselors there. They have different materials there. They actually help you develop your business plan and also become part of these associations. But I hate to say it's a fee, the Chamber of Commerce, because they actually do different workshops for that. And jump on as many lives that you can get on. I mean, my live, different podcasts, and you can learn a lot of information from there. And Google and YouTube is your best friend. But don't be, always, if you really see someone you want to work with, give them a call or email and say, can you work with me with this? And most people will work with you because you have greatness that you need to get outside. But a lot of coaches, a lot of plans, a lot of services have payment plans. You can pay in full, you can pay like $250 down and then pay your payments, over a period of time. You can do 3 payments, 4 payments, 6 payments. So it depends. Or let me tell you what I had to do when I was first starting. I just thought about it. I had to get in memberships because memberships usually membership go from $7 to $20 a month. Now I've seen some much more than that, $100. Actually, I'm in one that's actually much more than that. So you can get in membership, and the memberships they meet sometime once a week, sometime every 2 weeks, sometime once a month, and they share information that you can implement. So it's ways of doing that, that you can actually do things with low cost investment, because you have to kind of invest in yourself and time, and then of course your funds, if you want to have 6 figures, right? You have to be able to, because we as humans, we don't do good when it comes to stuff free. Some people do, but a lot of people, when it comes to free stuff, they won't implement it. But when you do an investment, guess what? You're going to actually make it happen. Okay. And I wasn't talking directly to you, Jack. I was just saying in general. So please hopefully, that wasn't a personal, that just was in general. And hey, Jackie coming on in, and then James came in, and Sheila came in, and Dr. Mary Huntley and Jackie. But you guys go to that site and get that free offer. And then number 2, it's a tab on there at the bottom that you can have a conversation, because a lot of times you don't know what somebody's going through, and you know what I'm saying, you don't know what somebody's going through, and then we can work through the details of the investment. But I can be honest with you, when I paid $10,000, $15,000, $18,000 for a coach, you know I showed up, right? But that actually has allowed me to be where I am now, that I invest in myself, and we make it happen. You know, all coaches are not that expensive. I'm not that expensive. I do have programs that's $10,000, $18,000. Usually, those are the ones that we really doing a major makeover, right? Okay. So I'm gonna jump off. I didn't mean to stay on long, but hey, we did our thing. Then we will implement. Yeah, that's right. Great information. But you guys don't forget to like and share. Go check out the website. Actually, we did a whole new rebranding, and we're gonna be releasing some of my new stuff that you have to continue to evolve. Let me tell you, you got to continue to evolve and get better and better. When you actually know better, you should do better. And I try my best to be a leader in that. So we actually launching a lot of things to help people, because I'm not successful if you're not, right? And I want you always to remember, you do have a calling. You have a reason you were born. You're not a mistake. You got to do 3 things. You got to believe, you got to trust, and you got to walk it out. And you know the rest. You got to don't stop. You got to get it, right? And what are we getting? We're getting our purpose now. You're getting your purpose now. Okay, Nana said, okay, she went to the site. Thank you, babe. Thank you. Now, sometimes it takes up to 5 to 10 minutes for it to come through. And if it don't, send me an email saying that the CRM, it's a system that does that. We don't manually send it. It's a system that does that. Okay. And this is, Infusionsoft, what we use is kind of robust, but MailChimp, you can do that, and that's free for 2,000 email subscribers. Some of my clients use ConvertKit. I can't think of the others offhand. ConvertKit. Oh Lord, I used to know them off the top of my head. But yeah, but those the main ones. MailChimp. Aweber. That's what I was thinking of. Aweber. So it's some depending on what you want your CRM to do in regards to email marketing, and it's some also depending on. I do all my different businesses through Infusionsoft, and so I had to actually get one that can handle all of that, so I can not be at my computer all the time. And then also my team, they have other stuff they have to do in their own life, and so we leverage technology. That's it in a nutshell. But guys, I love you. And again, I'm gonna put my website down here so you can get your. And if anyone want to be a guest on Good Deeds Radio, please get in contact with us through that as well. All of that is on the website. If you publish your book or be part of the anthology, you can do that. Just send us an email and we'll just have a conversation. That's what it's all about. And you can see if it's a fit or not. That's what I tell people, if it's a fit or not. But we're gonna go, you guys. I want to shout out and celebrate you. I really didn't plan on. My team is telling me, Dr. Sunday, what are you doing? You've been on there an hour. But I'm gonna do more Facebook Lives more often to share information, because it's past time for us to be seen, be heard, and get paid. But let me tell you this, because I feel this in my spirit. Please don't beat yourself up. Do not self-sabotage yourself, because you at the right place where you need to be right now. You're in the right where you're supposed to be right now. Just use wisdom of the person that you need to partner with in regards to your business, your services, and also your mentor and coach and the people that's praying for you. Now, if you have had a bad experience, and I can tell you, I have had that, you can't stop. That's where that "Don't Stop, Get It" from. I know it's a song in the past, but you gotta continue. But I love you. I love you. I would love to partner with any of you guys to make your dreams come true. But we're going to be back, and I'm going to continue this conversation. But write in your calendar about the webinar coming up the second week in July. Most likely it'll be on a Tuesday or a Wednesday night. The reason I haven't solidified it, because I actually had a speaking engagement that just came up for that week. So I need to finalize things with that. But most likely it'll be the second Tuesday or the second Wednesday. Of course, at a reasonable time, 7 p.m. And then people, if you can't make it, just sign up and we'll send the replay. Okay. All right. See you guys later. Bye-bye. Thank you.